You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
I tell you I'm good, probably you'll say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
You know I'm lying. If I tell you I'm good, probably you'll say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. What's good, brethren and sistren? You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brethren and sistren, hermanos, mi hermanas, dudes and dudettes, kings and queens, and everything in between. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, man. We have a good show for y'all today. But you know, before we get started with our show, we always got to start off with a good prayer. You got to thank the Lord, man. So that's what we going to do like always, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me as always as well. Hold on, hold on. My screen looking all crazy. Let me get my screen right, my camera right, I mean. A little better, but hold on. My light on? Dang, it's so dark. It's dark in here. But yeah, man, so we are here, man. Let's hit this roll call real quick, man. We got my brother, my partner, my pal, Ty Morissette in the building. Big member in the building. You know I see it, Ty. Shout out to Oscar Perez, mi hermano Carnal in the building. Big member in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, man. So let's go ahead and start off with our prayer. We're going to get to what we got going on today's, you know what I'm saying? It's a great, beautiful, wonderful Thursday, man. Don't forget to smack that like button. But let's go ahead. Please join me, bow your heads, and let's get to our prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for your blessings, Lord. We thank you for your guidance. We give you all the glory. And we not only thank you for your protection, but we also thank you for your direction. And when we mess up, we thank you for your correction. We want to always just give you all the praise. And I know sometimes we may be in a low spot, but we want to give you all the glory and thanks for every time you helped us rise. Not helped us, you allowed us to rise to a high spot. You know, sometimes we are in a valley and we want to get to the mountaintop, and without your grace and your mercy and your blessings, we won't be able to do that. So we want to thank you for every single blessing in our lives, the ones that goes unnoticed, the ones that are unbeknownst to us. We want to thank you for the doors that you open, and we want to thank you for the doors that you close. Because when you close the door, and you just opening up something bigger and better. We have to stay faithful, even if we don't immediately see it and we don't understand. Lean not on our own understanding, but let us lean on yours. Through Jesus' name, thank you, Lord, for your blessings. And we want to pray for those that have recently passed away. Those that may not have been the best in their actions, and some of them were the best in their actions. But that's for you to judge alone, God. So we leave that duty to you. But we send our sincerest condolences to those that passed away. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, amen. We got Joaquin in the building. What's good, brethren? He said, I know y'all seen Big Carrington, but I seen it, man. The GOAT be treating these challenges accordingly. The GOAT be doing that thing, man. That's the GOAT, you feel me? Shout out to the GOAT, you feel me? But yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. I want to talk about the GOAT. But first off, before we talk about that, man, I want to talk about, so the reason why I was a little late, I apologize for that. It's my fault. I should have been prepared. Because we've seen these type of things before, right? So the people the guests that we had, they unfortunately couldn't make it. There's no judgment, me. I don't like to judge. We had a guest before that couldn't make it, and I didn't disclose who they were because I had a feeling that they weren't gonna make it, and she just didn't say it. But since we know the Bray brothers, they weren't able to make it. They said that something came up, so they came up for the both of them, I guess, but we just wish them the best in and out of the ring, man. There's no judgment here, man. Sometimes things happen. You gotta adapt. I'm saying? I built this from the ground up. I'm saying? So anybody that comes on this platform, it's a pleasure to have them, but it's also a pleasure for them to be here. You see what I'm saying? So we built this off of faith and hard work, and that's it. So this is what we're gonna do. We just gonna use it as motivation to work even harder. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, shout out to, and since we do know that of the Bray brothers that didn't make it, man, shout out to them. Hopefully everything's okay. Me, I'm a realist, but I'm also an optimist. You know what I'm saying? I'm an optimist and I'm a realist, and I don't act off of impulse. So I'm optimistic that we'll get other guests, but I'm a realist that it don't even matter, man. But shout out to them though. They tried to make it, they couldn't make it. It's all good, man. Shout out to the young brothers. The other person that couldn't make it, shout out to my guy Ty. Ty's the only one that knew. It was Chantel Cameron. I'm not gonna not say who it was because it's unfair. Because I made an announcement that the Bray brothers were gonna pop up and they couldn't make it, so we know that they couldn't make it. And the other person from a while ago was Chantel Cameron. But you see, I've still been. We don't hold no grudges around here, man. We just do our thing. I still be rooting for Chantel Cameron. She's still one of my favorite fighters, and we always wanted her to. I think that she deserves a trilogy against Katie Taylor, if anybody, but yeah, so we just go move accordingly. And I will say this though, we had George, George right here. He was a guy that was interviewed on our show. Man, it's a dope interview, man. But he reached back to me. I never told anybody, but he was like, man, he said, hey Doc, that was one of the best interviews I've ever done. He said, man, you made me feel so comfortable. I enjoyed it. And you can tell he opened up, man. And he hit me back. He said, yeah, man, all his family and his friends loved it. And so I say that to say that, I got my PhD, bro. I'm a doctor, you know what I'm saying? So I do my research. So I do my research on people too. And I do my research on the guests that come up. So I try to make them feel comfortable and try to make it a good experience. So I will go back and ask them things that they didn't even think that I would know. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to George. Said, man, Doc, how'd you know this? How'd you know this? It's because I do my research, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm meticulous. So when I say that is to say that I put a lot of time into it. And so if you just tell me at the last second that you can't make it, and both of y'all can't make it, then it's like, it's like I essentially wasted my time or set aside things. But I'm not complaining, it's just is what it is. But from now on, you got to move forward accordingly and appropriately. And the appropriate thing for me to do is to holler at people where I don't need to do research, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know about them, you know what I'm saying? So, don't let nobody take you for granted or nothing, because you put in the work and you put in, and we going to get where we supposed to be. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? So let's keep it going and keep it growing, how we usually do. But yeah, man, we going to start off with Claressa Shields, man. Shout out to my brother Ty. I think this is dope, man. Claressa Shields, she had a little, I shouldn't say little because I'm not minimizing nothing. She had a nice little press conference, big press conference, because the GOAT, she does her thing, and she's preparing to fight Lani Daniels, right? And I know a lot of people think that it's just gonna be, it's just gonna be a walk in the park, and it's another person that nobody knows and all this stuff. I gotta tell people this, man. Lani Daniels is a champion. She's a champion in the light heavyweight division. So if you don't know of a champion, then I think that's more indicative of you being unaware or ignorant to the topic in which you're trying to articulate and express that you are aware of. It could be further from the truth. I'm not saying that I know all the women champions. but I know enough. Like I saw this one ignorant comment. This person said, "Oh, Claressa Shields, they need so shout out to Shay Keneally, right? Shay Keneally's Australian, right? She challenged Claressa Shields at her press conference, and there was a couple people were saying, "Oh, Claressa Shields needs to fight her because Claressa Shields' resume is filled with people we don't know. Claressa Shields' resume is filled with people we don't know.
What?
So you know who Shay is?" I don't think you know who Shay is. So what my point is that, so this person, this same ignorant dummy, I commented on it too. He said that, oh, I can only name 3 people that Claressa Shields fought. And he said he only knows, who did he say? I don't even remember who he said. He said Savannah Marshall. Then he said the girl that dropped her. He didn't even know who she was. He's talking about Hannah Gabriels. But he said the girl who dropped her. And then he said Green. So I responded. I said, who is Green? And I said that you might think that this is indicative, like I'm agreeing with you that you don't know who she is. But no, I'm not agreeing with you, because if you're talking about Green, like Shadeja Green, she never fought Shadeja Green. I think he was talking about Franson Cruz, but I'm not going to help the dummy out. But my point is that if you can't name 3 people that Claressa Shields fought, that's cool. But I guarantee you can't name 3 people that Katie Taylor fought. You can't name, I mean, unless you're going to say Amanda Serrano 3 times. You can't tell me 3 people that Amanda Serrano fought. You can't tell me 3 people that Alicia Baumgartner fought. You can't tell me 3 people that Seniesa Estrada fought. Gabriela Fedora, Carolyn Dubois, Layla Ali. I could go down the list. You can't name me 3 people that any of these wonderful women fought. So why are you trying to act now like, oh, you can't name 3 people of the Quotes resume and it's a problem with her record and her opponents? No, the problem is that you're ignorant behind is just faking the funk and you don't know nothing about women's boxing, which is okay, but stop pretending. Stop trying to make it seem like, oh, she hasn't fought anybody, this person hasn't fought anybody, or this person didn't do anything, because you don't know what the freak you're talking about. You could have named 3 people of any women's opponents without referencing Google. That's a you problem. That's not a her problem. Her first fight was against Franson Cruz. Franson Cruz right now is a unified champion. That was the first person that Claressa Shields beat. And they were both undefeated at the time. They didn't fight at the time, but you know what I'm saying? They're undefeated. You know? So I just think it's crazy, bro. I just think it's crazy people will say this stuff. That's the problem with Twitter, bro. That's the problem with Twitter and the internet. It's like everybody's a Twitter genius. There's no qualification that has to be met. There's no criteria that has to be satisfied. There's no degree that you have. All you got to do is just go on the internet and type something, and you'll, as long as you say it convincingly enough with caps lock and exclamation points, people will believe you. You can't name me anybody that any of these women fought if you can't name 3 people that Claressa Shields fought. I guarantee I'll put my bottom dollar on it that you could have named 3 people of anybody else if you can't name 3 people Claressa Shields fought. So that's not her fault. That's on you. But anyway, shout out to Claressa Shields. I know a chick that was 1-4 at the time fighting later that dropped. Come on now. But shout out to Layla Ali. I'm not knocking any of them, but I'm just knocking the dude. Pause. That sounded crazy. Knocking the dude is wild. Hold on now. Hey, yo, yeah, we definitely gonna pause that.
No diddy.
Shout out to Tay. What's good, Tay? Yeah, we gonna pause that. But my point is that we need to start being realistic, man. It's the same thing with Alexander Usyk and Naoya Inoue. And shout out to my boy Tufo, man. My guy Tufo in the building. Big member in the building. It's the same thing with Naoya Inoue and Terrence Crawford and Alexander Usyk. People would love to say, oh, Terrence Crawford, who has he fought? His run was so questionable. Okay, bitch, tell me 3 people that Naoya Inoue fought that you could recognize from his bantamweight run. You can't. Tell me 3 people that you recognize from Usyk's cruiserweight run. You can't. But all of a sudden, it's not about boxing, but it's about who you recognize when it comes to Terrence Crawford. But you can't tell me 3 people that Alexander Usyk fought at cruiserweight. But you respect his 2-time undisputed, and while being undefeated while doing it, which is phenomenal. He's an all-time great. And then you'll respect Naoya Inoue's 2-time undisputed while being undefeated while doing it phenomenal. He's an all-time great. But then you won't respect Terrence Crawford's because you can't name anybody on his list. But then the truth be told, you can't name 3 people that anybody fought in all of boxing. But when it's Terrence Crawford, it's a problem. Like when it's Claressa Shields, it's a problem. Shut up, man. Like, just tell the truth. You don't know shit about boxing, and you're just an emotional, ignorant groupie that tries to say things, because the truth is not that you don't like Claressa Shields' opponents. You just don't like Claressa Shields. And maybe because you like Amanda Serrano or you like Katie Taylor, and you feel like, oh, you have to pick sides, like it's some battle in a novel or something. You can't just like everybody. You got to like a specific person, and your infatuation with this person that doesn't know your goofy ass, your goofy groupie ass, they don't know you. Your infatuation with that person makes you have a hatred for the other person. Like you're a child. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Claressa Shields too. I want to say, She's about to fight Lani Daniels. Oh, by the way, who is a champion at the light heavyweight division. You may not know her, but she is a champion for the IBF anyway. So she's about to fight her. And shout out to my guy Ty. He's a woman popped up on Claressa Shields, a big woman too. She a big old woman. I'm not talking about like I don't mean any disrespect by that. I'm talking about she's a big woman. She's like 6 feet tall, Australian woman named Shay Keneally, right? And people say, oh man, she's a big, good looking woman, and she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, people didn't know her. And guess what? Shay Keneally, you may not know her, but she's a current WBA champion for the light heavyweight division. So all those people that didn't know her, including that dummy that said that, oh, I don't know who Claressa Shields fighting, she needs to fight her. He said he didn't know who she was, but she looks good. She's also a champion. But instead of being quiet, you want to run your gosh dang fuck box and, you know what I'm saying, bump your gums and make it seem like you know something that you're completely unfamiliar with. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, so I would love that fight next. But and Claressa Shields, she hopped out the ring. She hopped out when she was done with her media workout and approached Shay Keneally. And I thought it was a dope little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But people were saying, "Oh, Claressa Shields is so rude. Claressa Shields, she's arrogant."
What?
Bro, you just told me you don't know who Shay Keneally is. The reason why you're interested in it is because you're interested in Claressa Shields. That's Claressa Shields' job. When she rocks up on the girl, you got to get out of your emotions and you got to recognize that it's boxing. Conor McGregor does the same thing, but you praise him for it. You love his abrasiveness. You love his when he's boisterous. You love it when he's braggadocious. You loved it when Floyd was as well. You love it when other people do it as well. When Tyson Fury does it, you know what I'm saying? The Gypsy King of Obesity. Shout out to my guy. When he does it, it's cool. When these other people do it, it's cool because you like them. But Claressa Shields does it. She's evil. She's doing something nefarious. She's arrogant. No, she's trying to build up the intrigue for the fight, dummy. So her hopping out the ring and acknowledging Shay Keneally, she's actually showing Shay Keneally love. This is boxing. Now, you may go look up who she is. Before she walked up on Claressa Shields media day, you didn't know who she was. You called her a big pretty girl. That's what they called her in the comments. Go look. I'm not making it up. So you reduced a champion, an undefeated champion at that, because Shay Keneally is an undefeated champion. You reduced her to a big pretty girl that wants to challenge Claressa Shields. But now, because Claressa Shields acknowledged her, I don't know, you're probably not because you're lazy, but you might go do your due diligence now and it might build up the intrigue for the fight. Claressa Shields is always celebrating the other women. She even gave her a compliment if you get past the nonsense that you're focused on. So the fact that she acknowledged her, that's dope. And even Shay Keneally called her the GOAT too. So while you're in your feelings and being petty, you got to recognize the business of it. So as soon as she hopped out the ring and she was talking and complimented her, once they got past the pleasantries, she said, "I'm going to put you on your back." You know what I'm saying? She said she's going to win. So now it's going to build up the intrigue for Shay Keneally's fight, who just got canceled. Unfortunately, shout out to Shay Keneally. You know, her fight just got canceled. And she said that she might want to fight Daniel Perkins. Oh, by the way, Daniel Perkins is that other person that Claressa Shields beat that you didn't give her credit for, right? Another champion is targeting Daniel Perkins. Why? Because she wants to have a commonality in opponents. And we can use that as a measuring stick to see how she might measure up to who? Claressa Shields. And that might build more intrigue for the fight. You know who does that? Nick Ball is doing that right now. That's why Nick Ball fought TJ Doheny, because he wants to fight Nia Inoue. And he fought a person at the division down. And then now he's also fighting Sam Goodman, another person at the division down, who was an almost adversary for who? Nia Inoue. So that's what fighters do. Like Gervonta Tate Davis fought Yuriorkis Gamboa. Devin Haney fought Yuriorkis Gamboa. Terrence Crawford fought Thomas Delorme. And David Avanesian, Jerron Boots Ennis fought David Avanesian and Thomas Delorme. And so did Virgil Ortiz. So like this is what we do in boxing, man. Like, I don't know how many times we got to go through the same pattern, read the same storybook, and you're still gonna be confused. I know a lot of people are stupid, simple, and slow, but it is what it is, man. I don't know. That's what I'm here for. That's why the doctor's here. I'm gonna save you from your own ignorance and incompetence. Yeah, he said, nah, she heard that BS she told Bud. Oh, girl pulled a Tim Zoo talking on the net, but respect for a person, she pussy. Hey, bro, she building the fight. You know that's how it goes, man. I like the energy, Shay. I appreciate it, Ty. I know you could appreciate it as well because you like boxing. You know what I'm saying? So this is just part of it, man. She gonna talk trash. Yes, and shout out to you. Yes, she was talking trash on the net, and that's why Claressa Shields approached her like that. And people are just gonna omit that part because they don't know. Once again, they're lazy. They don't do their due diligence like we do. But even if Shay Keneally wasn't talking trash about Claressa Shields, who cares? If Claressa Shields acknowledged her they're not trying to hug and sing kumbaya. They're talking about potentially fighting. So of course they're gonna talk trash to each other. That's what we like, right? Is it even in the NBA across other genres of sport? Don't we get mad and say, "Oh man, I missed back in the day when they actually didn't like each other"? Like they have to be sworn enemies in the latest greatest fiction. Like they have to be sworn enemies for them to play basketball good against each other. But don't people say that they don't like the current age of basketball because they're too buddy buddy? LeBron and KD are too buddy buddy. This person and that person's too buddy buddy. But then if Claressa Shields, somebody who you don't like, let's tell the truth, to say you don't like her, no matter what she does, you're not gonna like her. But because she approaches her opponent in boxing, a combat sport, with aggression, not even really aggression, just trash talk, you know what I'm saying, and banter, then all of a sudden it's because she's not humble. Hey, bro, like, we gotta stop it, bro. You can't have your cake and eat it too, man, with your fat ass. I know you want it, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to Shay Keneally, shout out to Claressa Shields. Now, I will say this, man. Claressa Shields, I think she's gonna beat Lani Daniels. Don't forget to smack that like button if you haven't done so already. I think she'll beat Lani Daniels, but I will say this. I hope Claressa Shields not looking past her, man, because I'm not saying looking past her because she is the GOAT, you know, so she gonna do her thing. But the reason why I say is because, you know, she got a new little boo thing, you know. I'm talking about with Papoose. Shout out to them. I love the fact that they're happy together. They seem very excited, and you know what I'm saying. I love to see people in love, man. So I think that's dope, you know. And but you know, with the love of blooming and the and the relationship blooming and booming like that, you getting asked about those questions. I'm not saying that Claressa Shields is overlooking her herself, but sometimes things naturally happen when you're getting asked about this. You're gonna get asked about Papoose. You get asked about Papoos's ex, Remy Ma. Y'all have a little beef there. Then you got your own. She just had an album listening party for an album that hasn't been released yet. Claressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about potentially fighting the winner, Shadeja Green and Savannah Marshall. Obviously, that was Shadeja Green. And now Shay Keneally's pulling up on her. So she has another potential opponent after Lani Daniels. So, man, she's talking about fighting Layla Ali, you know what I'm saying, offered her that money. So, you know, shout out to Claressa Shields, the GOAT. She's always been known to be able to compartmentalize really well. So, I don't think that she is overlooking her intentionally, and I think she will win. But, man, Lani Daniels is a live dog. Like I said, she's a current IBF champion, and I hope that you know, things go accordingly, man, because I'm definitely rooting for the GOAT. And I would like to see, you know, and the good thing is that she has some options afterwards. If she beats Lani Daniels, she could pursue Shay Keneally. She can pursue Shadeja Green. She could still even pursue a Savannah Marshall rematch because the Savannah Marshall Shadeja Green fight was very competitive and controversial in nature. So, you know, she has a lot of options. I just hope she's not looking past what in front of her. You feel me? Which I don't think she is, man. And on that card, we have Tony Harrison. He's making a comeback on that card, so I'm looking forward to that fight. There's a couple fights I'm looking forward to on that card, but I got Claressa Shields winning. But the thing that worried me also too, man, is the fact that she had an album listening party. An album listening party? It always scares me when the fighters talk about music, man, because you know who was doing music before they lost? Roy Jones Jr. He was doing music. He was in the Matrix movies. He was, you know what I'm saying, doing all types of stuff, moving up, and then he lost. Not saying Claressa Shields is going to do that. Not saying she was doing what he's doing, but it just always makes me a little nervous. But Oscar De La Hoya, when he suffered his first loss, he just dropped the album too. He was out there singing, you know what I'm saying? Suavemente. He wasn't singing Suavemente, but he was singing something, and he took an L, you know what I'm saying? And look at AB, Adrian Broner, about billions. He started dropping mixtapes and suffered an L shortly after, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like I said, this is not the first time Claressa Shields has done music and stuff like that. Of course, you got the quote and stuff like that, but man, I hope she's just locked in, man. Excuse me. He said, my boy says, if she was just trying to build a fight, have your manager hit my manager, talk to him so we can keep it WWE, but coming disrespectful, get people hurt. Yeah. She said, she'll say, you lucky I'm in a good mood. God put the beats on you. I mean, hey, I'm not mad at Claressa Shields, man. Like I said, I love it, man. I just look at this build up, man. I think it's dope. I think we need more stuff like that. While people are talking about less, no, we need more stuff like this because I'm sorry, man. Like, I want to see the women's division grow. You know me, though. I'm looking forward to Caroline Dubois' next fight. Gabriela Fedora's next fight. I'm looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, Alicia Baumgartner's next fight. Shreneka Johnson, you know, even Terry Harper and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to these women and their fights. Shadeja Green, Savannah Marshall, all of them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to these women's division getting stronger and getting louder, you know? So they have to make more rivalries. They have to make it intriguing, and talking trash is partly how you do it. Pulling up on people is partly how you do it, you know, because if not, then we're just going to be very top heavy in the women's division, and it's going to look very top heavy like Claressa Shields and Katie Taylor. And I would say Amanda Serrano, but I mean, she lost 3 times, so she's still a top dog, but I mean, I don't know how many people want to see her fight now. She lost to Katie Taylor, you know, because that's what took over the market. I think Amanda Serrano and Alicia Baumgartner, that's a good fight, a great fight. I think that hell, I think Tiara Brown, who just beat Sky Nicholson versus Amanda Serrano, is a good fight. I think Carolyn Dubois and Alicia Baumgartner is a good fight. I think there's so many good fights. Ellie Scott, you throw her in there as well. So, and Sherdeka Johnson, you know, I think there's a lot of good fights out. Well, Ellie Scott already beat Sherdeka Johnson. But, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I love when they mix it up, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get Shadeja Green and Claressa Shields to go. So I love it, man. They just got to be out there more. So I don't have a problem with that at all. He said, "Now, last time the GOAT dropped the track, she got a knockout." That's true. That's true. She did. However, hey, man, it's still a distraction, you know what I'm saying? So I just hope that she good, man. And yeah, it's not about, it's not that she can't do it. It's just, you know, hey, it might be a little, just be careful, you know. She better not lose. People be gunning to diminish her as much as possible. Yeah, she better not lose. Yeah. Oscar, she can't lose. I just think that she gotta do better, man. And I mean, not do better. She got to be careful, you know. You know, she was on the Breakfast Club the other day. Watched that interview. She was on what was it? Shannon Sharp's joint nightcap. So shout out to her, man. She's doing her thing, man. I'm here for it, you know. I'm here for it. So said Caroline need more in the ring action and less jab. I don't lie. Like I said, me and you disagree on that. I think they need to talk more. I think Terry Harper need to talk more. I think they all need to talk more. I hope that, you know, shout out to Jake Paul, he's putting them on. So again, their platform is bigger. I don't have a problem with the talkers, man. Now, if you talking and losing, you know what I'm saying? That's what the issue I had with AB. You know what I'm saying? You doing more. If you talking better than you fighting, that's a problem. But you know me, some of my favorite fighters are the biggest trash talkers. Floyd Mayweather, Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury lost to Usyk twice now, but other than Usyk, you know, Tyson Fury used to back it up. So I don't mind you talking trash. In fact, I love it as long as you back it up. And Claressa Shields definitely been backing it up. And yeah, hopefully I don't have a problem with it, you know, and some of them, you know, like I said, I think Amanda Serrano talks trash too. She just does it passively aggressively, and people think that she does it because whatever reason. But yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, man. So let's move on, man. Moving on. We got Xander Zayas, man. Xander Zayas, the 154-pound prospect. I can't call him a prospect anymore. He's fighting for a title, right? The 154 new blood, I would say, rising star. Let me say that. Rising star for top rank, right? He's coming out and he's fighting, who's he fighting again? Jorge Garcia Perez, right? The guy who just upset Charles Conwell. I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's for the vacant WBO title. 154-pound division is a hot division, man, and I think it's just gonna get hotter. I think Xander Zayas should be able to win because I like Xander Zayas' style. I think he's a good mover. I think he's an overall a great, very good boxer. I'm not gonna call him great yet. A little bit too early to bestow that that compliment, you know, to that degree. But I think he's a good fighter. I think he has potential to be great. I personally think he has one of the highest ceilings in the 154-pound division. I would say the people who have the highest ceilings at 154. I like Jonas Tellus from what I see too, but I would say Xander Zayas has a higher ceiling. I think Boots. I'm not sure how much better Boots will get, but I think he will be. I think he's good at 154. So I think that Xander Zayas can emerge as a top dog. But this is going to be a big test for him. You know, he's young and he's going to take on Jorge Garcia Perez, who's a veteran, and we'll see how it goes. Like we just saw another young rising star in Charles Conwell get upset by this same Jorge Garcia Perez, so he could do it. But I think that Xander Zayas is a little bit too fluid with the movement. I think his youth is gonna also play a major factor, but that could also play a major detriment too, because I think part of inexperience could make you lose as well. I think that's what Charles Caldwell just didn't see. I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm not trying to degrade Garcia Perez's win, but I would say that Charles Caldwell just seemed like he wasn't. I don't know. It just seemed like the moment got the best of him. Like maybe he had some stuff on his mind. I don't know, you know. But shout out to Garcia Perez. I think Xander Zayas, that could be a similar thing. You know, that comes with youth. But I got Jorge Garcia Perez losing by unanimous decision, man. I got Xander Zayas. And I think the 154-pound division will have a new champion. Well, obviously they're gonna have a new champion, whether it's Xander Zayas or Garcia Perez. But I think they have a champion to where man, it's gonna get interesting, man, because we have Bakar versus Zayas, who's just been announced to fight, ordered to fight Erickson Hammer Lubin. I'm looking forward to that fight as well. I got Bakar beating Lubin, but hopefully Lubin, fellow Floridian, man, he could prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then who's the WBA champion? I'm waiting for. We're gonna wait for Terrence Crawford to be stripped, and then because I'm sure he will be, since he's going to fight Canelo, old Cinnamon, or maybe they might let him keep it and then come back down. I don't know how long he'll keep that belt. And then the other champion, who WBO, vacant between Garcia Perez and Xander Zayas. The WBC is who? Sebastian Fedor, who just beat Tim Tszyu. The IBF is Bakar versus Zayas, and yeah, the WBA is Terrence Crawford. So I'm looking forward to it, man. The 154-pound division is great, man. So I think it's going to be good. Charles Caldwell going to bounce back. I agree. I think Charles Caldwell's going to bounce back as well. Hopefully, Golden Shower Promotions doesn't try to shelve my boy. But yeah, and like I said, 154 is so tough, bro. You're one good win away from a title. You see what I'm saying? Or title contention. Like, you have Virgil Ortiz there. You have hopefully Jermell Charlo comes back. You have Xander Zayas. You have Charles Caldwell. You have Israel Madrimov. You have Serhii Boachuk. You have Jesus Ramos, Erickson Lubin. You know what I'm saying? I still believe Ardreau Holmes could do a little something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much. I don't know if he could win a title, but you know, he only has one loss. Ain't no shame in that. You know, I still think Tim Tszyu could be like a Brian Mendoza, like a guy that's I don't want to reduce him to a gatekeeper, but that might be his position right now until proven otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Then you have, of course, you have Jerron Boots Ennis, who's just entering the division. So, man, 154 is hot, man. It's fire, and it's going to be more fire. More fire. You see what I'm saying? He said Xander Zayas is going to get put to sleep at the elite level, unfortunately. I don't know, man. I think it's too early to say that definitively, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. He said, you talk about being distracted close to a fight. That be Xander doing interviews with anybody that crosses path. I agree with that now. You know, I saw the press conference today. Xander's eyes looking like Luigi with that little mustache, man. The mustache and the suit. I said, hold on, bro. I don't like this look. That look, he looked like a little creep, man. I don't like it. But shout out to him, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that fight as well this weekend. And of course, you got Shu Shu Carrington going against the American contender. I'm trying to figure out why Shu Shu had so many belts. Why did he have so many belts on his shoulder? I mean, I mean, is there something I don't know? I mean, maybe it's a regional belt and an interim belt and a franchise belt and a MCU belt. I don't know, but he had too many belts in my opinion. But he's going to be fighting for an interim WBC title at 126, going against the Namibian contender. What's his name again? Haita. Haita is his last name. Oh, Matthias Haita, I believe. So we'll see how this one goes, man. I have Shu Shu Carrington winning, but I don't know, man. It could be tough. It's gonna be. I think it might. I think this fighter's gonna show him something, man. He's gonna put up a good fight. But I have Shu Shu Carrington winning. I think that he has to win in a pretty decisive fashion too, man. I think he has to win in a strong fashion. Or not, I think like some of his momentum might wane. And you know, he was talking about Nick Ball ducking him and him not being able to get the other fighters like Rafael Espinosa, who's the current WBO champion, the Mexican champion for the WBO belt at 126, the English champion for the Nick Ball for the WBA at 126. You have the other American champion, Stephen Scooter Fulton, who's a WBC champion at 126. And you have the other American IBF champion, Angelo Leo. He mostly focused specifically on Nick Ball. So I like the fact that he added further specificity as far as who was really ducking him. Nick Ball, because I do agree with him. I think Nick Ball is ducking everybody. So I'm glad he focuses energy on Nick Ball specifically, because Nick Ball is getting away with not fighting any of his mandatories or even fighting people in his division. He's fighting back-to-back guys that came from 122. One guy in TJ Doheny who was 38 years old.
Damn.
And coming off a stoppage loss.
I'm sorry.
To Naoya Inoue at a weight class below, and he already had 5 losses prior to. And then now Nick Ball is fighting Sam Goodman, another guy from 122, who's magically ranked number 6 at 126, even though he never fought at 126 yet. But anyway, and then he fought Ronnie Rios, who was ranked number 7. You know what I'm saying? He has not fought anybody of any consequence when it comes to 126. So I would love for Shu Shu Carrington to get that fight, but he said that Nick Ball's not interested in it. But I will say this too with Shu Shu. You know me, I don't really like to hear about somebody keeps saying that they can't get this fight, they can't get that fight. Maybe it's your camp not really believing in you as much as you think that they should. Because at the end of the day, yeah, don't get me wrong, one person may be ducking you. Hell, maybe one person, maybe even, you know what I'm saying, maybe even 2 people might be ducking you. But I'm sorry, everybody is not ducking you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not ducking you. So I think if you're saying everybody's ducking you, I think that's more closely. I think that's more of a testament to your promotion or your cup or your team not really that confident in you to raise the stakes in negotiations to make everybody comfortable and make everybody happy so you can get these fights, because maybe they just don't think that, yeah, maybe they just don't believe in you as much as you want them to. But I'm sorry, I just don't think that, you know, with Espinosa being on top rank, just like Shu Shu, that's a fight that's easily facilitated. I personally believe that El Divino is the best featherweight. If anybody can get undisputed, I would put my money on him. But I just find a hard time believing that they don't want to fight Shu Shu. You see what I'm saying? No disrespect to Shu Shu. I think Shu Shu's good, but there's nothing that he has done to make me think that El Divino would be afraid of him. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, with Stephen Coolboy Fulton, or Scooter Fulton, excuse me, him potentially fighting Oshiki Foster, and that potentially being in jeopardy, I just don't see that Fulton wouldn't fight Shu Shu either. I definitely don't think that Angelo Leo wouldn't fight Shu Shu either. So it's just hard for me to believe. But like I said, Shu Shu is about to fight Heita, the Namibian contender, and if he beats him for an interim title, if Steven Scooter Fulton does eventually move up and fight Oshiki Foster at 130, you know, the WBC American champ, Shock Foster, if they can make that fight come into fruition, then, you know, then Fulton would have to choose between the 130 title and the 126 title. And if he chooses 130, then Shu Shu will be right there to be elevated. And then we can definitely get these fights for unification. So I'm rooting for Shu Shu, man. I wish him the best. But I do think that Nick Ball's ducking him, because I think Nick Ball's ducking everybody at 126. Any legitimate 126 pounder, I think Nick Ball's ducking him. So I do agree with him, but I don't with him there. I agree with him there, but I don't agree with him in other places, man. I just don't think the other champions are worried about Shu Shu. Just might not be on their radar right now, you know. So we'll see how it goes, man. He says Bruce was number 1 in the WBA for 15 months and was moved back because Top Rank went another direction. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what he does with his WBC interim title, if he could acquire it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how that goes, man. Bruce could have asked Scooter since the Oshaki fight is possibly, yeah, exactly. But, you know, maybe I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to blame anybody. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And maybe he already locked in the Heita fight before he knew that Scooter and Shock was in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give him that benefit of the doubt. But yeah, it does look a little crazy, bro. So yeah, those are the fights I'm looking forward to this weekend. You know, we're going to provide live boxing commentary on Saturday, man. We might have, I don't want to speak too soon, because it seems like we, you know, when people they ain't coming through with their words and stuff, but we might have somebody else that could be pulling up, you know what I'm saying, for an interview, man. I'm gonna try to lock in on these interviews and get more boxers to talk to and stuff like that. We'll see how it goes, man. He said Nick wants all the smoke. Who's he ducking? Johnny Allison says Nick who? Nick Ball? Oh yeah. Yeah, you trolling. You said Nick Ball wants all the smoke?
Bullshit!
Yeah, Johnny Allison is definitely trolling. Yeah, he's definitely trolling. My boy Tufo says Shu Shu is undisputed regional champ of the world. You feel me? He's the undisputed regional champ. He's the undisputed northeastern champ. Tufo, because I saw those 2 belts. I was like, what? Where those 2 belts come from, bro? What belts are those? I didn't know what belts. So I don't recognize those belts. You feel me? I ain't recognize those belts, man. So yeah, I was really shocked by that, bro. You right about that. He's the undisputed regional champion of the world for sure. Scooter said he not waiting, and that fight not happening on those given 2 days. There you go. You see what I'm saying? And if Ty knows that, then I'm sure Shu Shu and his team know that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Oscar, man. Always showing big support, man. Dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir, man. He said Robisi versus Shu Shu. Bob not letting that happen. Hey, man, I saw Shu Shu comment on Robisi Ramirez, man. Let's see if I can pull it up, man. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I love when fighters comment on other fighters and they say good things. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say anything good about Raymond Ford, but he didn't say anything bad either. He just said, I have no comment. They said Ray Ford, he said, I ain't got nothing to say about that boy. That joke had me rolling, bro. But yeah, Shu Shu actually talked about Robisi, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was pretty cool, man. Shout out to Robisi Ramirez. I think him versus Shu Shu, oof, that's a tough fight for Shu Shu, bro. That's a tough fight for Shu Shu, boy. I like it though. Yeah, if we can get that popping, let's get it. If I could find this little thing where he was talking about, I don't know if I could find it, chat. Where he was talking about those fighters. Well, he wasn't really talking about it. They asked him about it. They asked him about him. Let's see if I can find it, chat. He actually talked about Robisi. Here he goes, right here.
Angelo Leo.
Durable.
Raymond Ford.
I ain't got nothing to say about him.
Rafael Espinoza.
Heart.
Angelo Leo.
Durable.
Robesi Ramirez.
Slick.
Brandon Figueroa.
Pressure.
Oshaki Foster.
Fast.
Stephen Fulton.
Experienced.
Matthias Hayter.
Rugged.
So Matthias Hayter, the last person that they mentioned, that's a Namibian fighter that he's fighting tomorrow. So I like that, man. I like that. But he said Raymond Ford, him and Raymond Ford got a little beef back and forth. But he said that Robesi Ramirez is slick. He said the good things. Well, I wasn't bad. He complimented Scooter. He complimented all of them. You know what I'm saying? Really. So I think it's good. He said Shu Shu or Espinosa. I have Espinosa. I have Espinosa. He said, "Tell me Nick is a champion." What does that mean? So because you're a champion, that means you're not ducking? Or sometimes being a champion means that you have the most leeway to duck. What do you talk about? I think Ty answered addressed your comment perfectly, Johnny. He said Nick's not ducking any smoke at 122. Yeah, he's not ducking anybody at 122.
Yeah.
But the problem is he's not a champion at 122.
Yeah.
He's not a champion at super bantamweight.
Yeah.
He's not a champion in Naya Inoue's division.
Yeah.
He's a champion at featherweight.
Yeah.
Which is 126.
Yeah.
Which is a division where he doesn't want to fight anybody at.
Yeah.
Which is facts. That's why he's ducking. So you tell me last time he's about to fight Sam Goodman. Sam Goodman is from 122. He never fought at 126. He just fought TJ Doheny, who got knocked out at 122, not 126. And was 38 years old. And he kicked him in the nuts. So you tell me how you show me that he's not ducking. Because I just told you why he is ducking. But then again, some people will say, oh, it's cool that Nick Ball could fight anybody. He could fight a guy from 118. You'll be cool with it. But if Gervonta Tank Davis fights somebody from a lower division, it's a problem. Oh, but if Shakur fights somebody off a short notice, it's a problem. It's just so funny that we critique certain fighters certain ways, but we let other people just do whatever they want. If Canelo fought Edgar Berlanga, y'all had a problem with that. When Cinnamon fought Edgar Berlanga, who was ranked #1 and undefeated with the WBA, y'all had a problem with that. Oh, but Nick Ball, you have no problem with Nick Ball fighting a 38-year-old TJ Doheny with 5 losses coming off a knockout loss at a division below. You had no problem with that. Why? Because you probably like Nick Ball. That's why you got to be objective. But it's okay if you're incapable of it. I'm very capable. I got you with the objectivity. You know what I'm saying? I call it straight up the middle. I have my favorite fighters too, but I don't give anybody preferential treatment. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ty. Ty also mentioned when he said that I saw what you said too, bro. I wasn't there yet. But yeah, I'm hearing things that Tank is about to be stripped. I think it's more so speculation. I think that's coming from a certain content creator, particularly Blue Blood, who I rock with Blue Blood, man. Dope content, man. I don't knock anybody, but a lot of people tend to just speak things that they feel should happen and speculate, there's nothing wrong. We all speculate, but I think you should make it clear that you're speculating. And I'm not saying he did or he didn't. I'm just speaking in generalities here. Some people, and sometimes you could say that you're speculating, people still won't hear you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not their fault, because I say plenty of things and people will hear what they want to hear or translate it how they want to translate or interpret it how they want to interpret it. So I'm not blaming anybody for that. As long as you speak clearly and you articulate yourself very well, and you say what you mean and mean what you say, I'm cool with it. But if you are misleading, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? For anybody, So there's people talking about Gervonta Tank Davis potentially being stripped by the WBA. The WBA and President Gilberto Mendoza has said no such thing. But I will say this, as a Gervonta Tank Davis fan, I will say that. I will say this. Let me spam my GTD chain. Where 2-4 at, man? Let me pull out my GTD chain, man. I will say this. I would have no problem with Gervonta Tank Davis being stripped. Because I do think that if you should handle your business in and out the ring, and if you have some personal things going on, I wish you the best, brother. And I hope that I don't pay attention because it's none of my business. So if you did something wrong, then you should be punished accordingly. If the person that's accusing you of doing something wrong, you didn't, then they should be punished accordingly. But that's it. I don't dive into people's personal business unless it has something to do with boxing. And the only reason why I talk about that is because when he did get arrested, it postponed what? It postponed the boxing rematch with Lamont Roach. And I was one of the first to say, I think Lamont Roach should move on. Nobody's career should be stalled for anybody else. It's like Shakur Stevenson. I don't even think Shakur Stevenson should wait on Gervonta Tate Davis. Why? He has a lot of momentum. He probably has one of the largest, he's probably going through one of his highest phases of momentums right now by beating Williams Zepeda, who's an undefeated, former undisputed number one contender at the 135. So you got to do what's best for your career. And I don't think Lamont Roach I don't think anybody should wait on anybody. But I'm the same person that advocated for David Benavidez. As much as I like Cinnamon, I think Cinnamon would beat David Benavidez. But it's David Benavidez who didn't enforce his mandatory, number one. But let's say that he did and you feel like he was waiting for Cinnamon. Don't wait on anybody. Build your own legacy, bro. Your legacy depends on two things: your faith, if you are a believer, which I am, and your hard work. You don't have to fight Canelo. Now, Canelo would put you on a fast track to stardom, but Canelo didn't have to fight you to build a legacy. You see what I'm saying? Build your own legacy. Like you could get it popping yourself. Go to 175 and kick ass. Then your legacy will be built. So with Lamont Roach, if you can't get the Tank rematch, that sucks because you got a controversial draw, and I know you probably want it, but hey, kick ass. Go fight. Go unify against Oshaki Foster. Go unify against Emmanuel Navarrete. Go unify against who's the IBF champion? Sugar Nunez, right? At 130. Or go up, like you said, he might try to fight Shakur Stevenson or whoever else he said he might try to fight. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, do what's best for you. So and I will say for the belts, the not just the WBA, but WBC, all of them who are notorious, the alphabet titles who are notorious for making certain rules for certain fighters. I don't think they'll strip Gervonta Tate Davis because he's a cash cow. But if he's holding up a division, if he's bottlenecking a division, and where Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, who's a contender at WBA, wants to fight somebody for a belt that they can't get because the champion is currently unavailable due to things outside of boxing, then yeah, strip him. I mean, I have no problem with that. Like, I don't care. So I don't think that has to do with being a fan of an individual. I think that's more so of being a fan of the sport. I want things to keep moving. My favorite fighter was Floyd Mayweather. When's the last time he boxed? I'm not gonna stop watching boxing because Floyd Mayweather stopped boxing. I didn't stop watching boxing when Miguel Cotto stopped boxing. I didn't stop watching boxing when Jermaine Taylor stopped boxing, Roy Jones stopped boxing, Mike Tyson stopped boxing. So I like the sport. There's certain fighters that I like more than other fighters in the sport, but I like the sport. Michael Jordan retired a long time ago. I still watch basketball. LeBron's retirement is imminent. I'm still gonna watch after him too. I'm gonna miss, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I miss the good old days when boys was out there squabbling. But Ray Allen was my favorite player. He stopped hooping. I ain't stopped watching basketball. What are we talking about? But some people really do. Like, they only watch boxing if their favorite fighter's fighting. And that's why they don't know shit about boxing. And that's why when they come over here and try to talk goofiness, I check them so easily. Because I actually watch boxing. I enjoy the sport. Whether it's men, women, minimal weight, or heavyweight. I enjoy it. And a lot of people don't enjoy it. They just enjoy certain boxes. It's not a problem. But then they try to masquerade like they actually do. And they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to tell. He can't be stripped. He said ain't no beef between them. Just got sat on his pockets and won't speak that other guy's name no more. Hey, this man Tommy with the shits, bro. He said take satisfy all the WBA obligations hasn't been. Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna be stripped right now. I agree. Exactly, Ty. Yeah, but once again, like I said, people just be rooting for or against somebody to the point where they'll say things. It's okay. Like shout out to Ty. Of course, you know that. You know I know that. But we do stuff like read the rule books and we pay attention. A lot of people don't. They just pay attention to what their favorite fighters doing or not doing. So for example, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Everybody's hollering about Raymond Murataya not fighting Andy Cruz. I would love for Raymond Murataya to fight Andy Cruz, but he's not obligated to fight Andy Cruz right now. But you know, I know that. But how many people know? That's why it's such a conversation, because people don't realize that with the IBF, yes, Andy Cruz won the title eliminator against his last opponent. So he has the rights to fight Raymond Murataya, who's the IBF champion, but he doesn't have the right to fight him right now. If you know the rules, which is in the rule book, which I know you don't read, and you don't have to read it, but if you're not going to read it, why would you act like you know what you're talking about? Raymond Murataya is not ducking Andy Cruz because he doesn't have to fight him yet. That doesn't mean that Murataya won't duck him in the future, but per IBF rules, when you win a vacant title, like Raymond Murataya just won by beating Zaur Abdulayev, and he was elevated because the former IBF title holder Lomachenko retired, Murataya has between 9 months and a year to fight the guy who is the mandatory via eliminator, which would be Andy Cruz. Meaning, as long as he fights him within 9 months to a year, he's okay. He could fight somebody in the meantime, in between time. He's not violating the IBF rules. But there's a lot of idiots out there that think they know something because they watch their favorite fighter fight, and that's all they pay attention to. So they're saying, oh, Murataya is ducking Andy Cruz. Just like the same thing they're trying to say about Bakram Murtazaliev. Bakram Murtazaliev, who's an IBF champion, the same, you see the commonality there, both IBF. Eric Salubin beat Ardreau Holmes, but Bakram didn't have to fight Eric Salubin right then, but now they're ordering it now because I guess apparently Bakram couldn't find anybody or whatever it goes, but now the IBF has ordered it with President Daryl Peoples. But yeah, Raymond Murataya does not have to fight Andy Cruz right now. He'll have to fight him if 9 months to 12, if 9 months to a year goes by and he hasn't fought him, then that's when he'll be in trouble. Raymond Murataya has precisely 7 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days because before he's mandated. There you go right there. See, I don't even know the time. So from the time that he won it and the time that he won the IBF Eliminator, the time starts counting down. So yeah, I didn't know the exact months, the exact timeline, but yeah. I know the general. Shout out to Jeffrey Vidal. He said, "Die, why you're bitter about Pac-Man comeback? He knows he can still fight. You can't tell a legend what to do." Who's bitter about Pac-Man's comeback? I don't know what you just made that up. Because I said that it wasn't a draw. How is that bitter? You just say that you like Pac-Man and that you think that he won. That's fine. But I said that I don't think it. I think that Mario. I didn't even say. You know what's so crazy about that, Jeffrey? This is why I love. This is why I love you fanatics, because you guys are so easy to debunk. So you just said that I'm bitter about Pac-Man's comeback. Why? Because I didn't think that he won. So I'm bitter because I didn't think that he won. Or are you just fanatical because you think that every time Pacquiao steps in the ring, he has to win? I didn't even say that I was mad at the draw. That's what you heard. I said that people are calling it a robbery. I literally said that it's not a robbery. I said, if you had Pacquiao winning, that's cool, but tell me your scorecard. Because last time I checked, there's 3 judges. 2 judges scored it a draw. 1 judge scored it in favor of who? Mario Barrios. Nobody scored it in favor of Pacquiao. So I don't think anybody is bitter. I just said that I don't think Manny Pacquiao was the victim of a robbery. Why do you think he was robbed? I'll tell you why you think he was robbed. Because you think that because he was in the ring, that means he's going to automatically win. In fact, you probably think Juan Manuel Marquez, you probably think he beat Marquez in the one he got knocked out on. You probably think he beat Mayweather. That's cool, bro. I don't care. If that's what you think, that's what you think. But don't confuse somebody being bitter with somebody telling what is closer to the truth. If you didn't score the fight, if you can't tell me what rounds Pacquiao won, then I don't know what to tell you. I didn't say that Pacquiao deserved to lose. Well, I think Barrios won 7 rounds to 5, reflected the score 115-113. But I'm not mad that it was a draw. I'm not mad. If somebody had Pacquiao winning, that's cool. Tell me your scorecards. So Andre Ward said that he had Pacquiao winning. He didn't tell me his scorecards. He didn't even tell me a score. Sean Porter didn't tell me a score or his scorecard. He said he had Pacquiao win. Nobody that said that, I have yet to run into a person or see a person told me that Pacquiao won. They have never told me a scorecard. The only people that told me scorecards was myself, because I score it. And the 3 judges. So two of them, a majority draw means that 2 people had it a draw and 1 person had it something else. That something else, coincidentally, was 115-113 by the other judge in favor of Barrios, which is the same way I had it. In fact, Tim Bradley had it the same way, and so did Teddy Atlas. Are they bitter? Oh, but I'm bitter because I don't think that it was a robbery. Okay. You said you don't want the retired fighter to come back? No, I don't want, because I don't want to see him get hurt. I also said I don't want to see Roy Jones come back. Am I bitter towards Roy Jones? I also said I don't want Floyd Mayweather to come back. Am I bitter towards Floyd Mayweather? No, but you took exception to me saying I don't want Manny Pacquiao to come back because you like Manny Pacquiao. I literally said I don't want Floyd Mayweather to come back. I literally said I don't want Roy Jones to come back. I said I wish James Toney would have come back. I hope Vladimir Klitschko doesn't come back. But you didn't say I was bitter. In the same exact video, I said all those guys too. But you didn't say I was bitter about those guys, but I'm bitter against Pacquiao because you like him. I can't help what you hear, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can only help what I say, and I articulate myself very well and express myself very well. So if you heard that I don't want Pacquiao not to come, I don't want Pacquiao to come back because I don't like him, then that's on you. That's your selective hearing. I also said I don't want Nonito Donaire to come back. Am I bitter towards him? I also said I don't want Errol Spence to come back. Am I hating on Errol Spence? I also said I don't want Deontay Wilder to come back. I guess I'm hating on those guys too. You didn't hear me hating on them, but you interpreted it as me hating on Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's one of my favorite fighters. I don't want him to come back because I don't want to see him get hurt. Why do you want to see him come back? Shout out to Jeffrey though, man. That's my guy. Do y'all? Shout out to my guy Oscar. He said waiting in the back. Once the line, okay, man, I'm gonna open it up, bro. Don't worry. Give me a second. Shout out to my guy Oscar Perez dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. I can't help what people hear, man. I can't help what people hear, my brother. He said, Raymond been on our time, so y'all don't agree Andy Cruz is just as much as a scientist as Shakur? Andy Cruz is good, but you can't say that he's just as good as Shakur. Shakur is a 3-division champion. Andy Cruz hasn't won a title, so I don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't want him to threaten Floyd. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right. You're right about that, bro. Yeah, I don't want Floyd to come back because I'm worried about Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, that's what it is. You got me, bro. I also don't want Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder to come back because I'm worried about Manny Pacquiao might get them too. You're right. And I don't want Manny Pacquiao to come back because Manny Pacquiao might get himself. Yeah, get himself hurt. Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Y'all crazy, man. Shout out to Peel Out, man. Y'all wild, man. But I ain't gonna lie though. If we had Mayweather versus Pacquiao too, I'd watch it, but I'd try my best not to watch it, man. I would try my best not to watch it. But I'm gonna open up the phone lines because that's everything I had to say. You know what I'm talking about? It's a shorter show. We gonna pull up my brother Oscar Perez. Let me pull it up, man. Actually, I'll be right back. Let me go grab some ice cream real quick. And I'm gonna grab this. Shout out to Jeffrey though, man. You know what I'm saying? I love opinions, but I never said that I don't want Pacquiao to come back because I don't like. That's crazy. He's literally one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, man, I'll be right back. Let me run this ad real quick on y'all. I'm gonna grab some ice cream. Then I'm gonna open up the call. I'm gonna open up the calls, man. I'll be right back.
Yo, Doc here from your favorite boxing channel, Dr. Boxing Talk. And I want to officially welcome you as a member to the Boxing Talk family, aka BTF. So I want to thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated, and this channel is nothing without you. So what do you get? Well, there's a multitude of perks that you get access to, like special member shoutouts when you enter the chat, and some other additional alerts. Not to mention these fire emojis. Get access to emojis like the GOAT, the GOAT, the face of boxing, the legend, the Ayo, and the No Diddy. Not to mention, you know, the GTD chain. You got to bring them out, and it wouldn't be the same if we forgot about these biscuits and so many more. Not to mention, if you subscribe to some of the highest tier levels, you get to do things like pick the topic of discussion, and you get to have your very own emote. Yes, your ugly mug will be featured on the channel by yours truly. It's just another way for me to give back to my most loyal supporters. And of course, there's even more additional perks than that. But most importantly, you'll get the satisfaction of knowing you're a key, essential, imperative part to keep us going and growing. You know, we get the hustle off the muscle. So it's important that we rock together, you know? And remember, God is good all the time, and God is good. And you know that we prioritize facts over feelings, so that's why you rock with us. So big salute from Dr. Boxing Talk, and yeah, can't wait to see you in the next stream. Thank you for the support.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you'll say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. But look, check this out though. But shout out to Jeffrey. I'm glad you told me that because I know a lot of people think they hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Layla Ali to come back. I think Claressa Shields would beat her. And I like Layla Ali. I don't want Layla Ali to stay retired because I think she'll beat Claressa Shields. No, I think she'll get knocked the freak out. And I don't want to see that. You know what's so crazy to me? People would think, no, all jokes aside though, shout out to Jeffrey. But people will think that I don't like somebody because I say I don't want them to come back out of retirement. I didn't want Mike Tyson to come back because I don't want to see him get hurt. You know, the funny part is that I probably like Pacquiao more than you because I'm worried about his welfare. I don't want him to come back and get freaked up. He's 46 years old, bro. What if he keeps fighting, what you think gonna happen? He's gonna be punch drunk, bro. This is a combat sport. This ain't basketball, bro. This is not baseball. This is not cricket. This is not track and field. This is a combat sport. I probably like him more than you do, bro, to be honest. The fact that I don't want him to come back shows that I have more concern for him than you. Let's be real. If Pacquiao comes back, who do you think he's gonna fight? You know who Pacquiao wants to fight? He said he wanted to, this is before, he said he wanted to fight Conor Ben, which that's not too big of a deal. But he said he wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Then he said he also wanted to fight Jerome Boots Ennis. What do you think's gonna happen, bro? But hey, if you want to see it, man, shout out to you, man. I don't want to see it. And he also said he wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather. Him and Floyd Mayweather, that's the best fight for him because they're both old. They're both older. They're not old in life, but in the confines of the sport, you know what I'm saying? In respect to sport, they're young in life, but when you talk about boxing, that's old, man. That's too old to be getting punched on repeatedly. You see what I'm saying? So if he's gonna fight anybody, I would rather him fight Floyd. But I don't want to see that fight either. But if he was going to fight somebody, I'd rather see him fight Floyd because at least they're both comparable in age. You can't fight one of these. What if he fought Brian Norman, man? He just fought Mario He fought Mario Barrios, a champion at 147. You know who the other champion is? Brian Norman. You saw what he just did to Jin Sasaki? Can you imagine if he hit Pacquiao with that shit? Man, y'all want to see Pacquiao get killed, man. Y'all don't like Pacquiao, man. Y'all don't like him, man. And even if he does win, what is the risk? The risk is what about after boxing, bro? Anyway. I'm going to bring up my brother Ty, man, and Oscar, and bring up Oscar first. Shout out to our brother Oscar in the building. What's good, brethren? Mi hermano.
What's good, man? Yo, what's up? What's up?
Nothing much, man. How are you, bro? Appreciate you calling in.
I'm pretty alright, man.
Pretty aight?
You know, Jeffrey can call in, you know, and then he can give his part, like, you know what I mean?
Man, he don't want to call in.
I don't want to.
You know how that goes.
I don't want to bash the guy either. But
Nah, man. Hey, we won't pull no punches, man. Jeffrey, you could call in and say your piece, brother. Please call in. Everybody has a link.
Yeah.
Call in. But yeah.
I like to hear his opinion though, like, because he didn't say that he had Pacquiao winning. You know what I mean? We just assumed that, but I mean, I want to hear his piece. But aside from that, all I heard was
you being real nice right now, Oscar. I ain't gonna lie.
Aside from that, only thing I heard was
That's crazy.
Pacquiao.
That's crazy.
Pacquiao.
Bro, it's wild, bro.
Not just from Jeffrey. I heard for like Andre Ward, Sean Porter,
Preach.
that other guy that's with Sean Porter, Chris Algieri.
Yeah, Ant and Sean Zattel, right? Ant and
yeah.
Yep. Everybody's saying it, bro.
Paulie Mount. Bro, I mean, Paulie's a clear example. Is like, just because you do something doesn't mean you know about something.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
Talk to him.
Like, just because you do something, like, man, that guy, I can beat Barrios. Man, you
One
can't even
hand,
beat
bro.
AB.
No, he didn't just say he could be. He said he'll beat him with one hand.
He
Disrespectful,
can't.
bro.
He's the one that's always complaining about the A side. When he fought Endo on the rematch, that was an Endo fight all the way. And then but he don't talk about that though. He just talks about you know, don't talk about my side piece. Don't talk about my side piece. That's my side piece. That's how yours.
And I don't mind him saying thinking Barrios is bad because Barrios' performance was bad. But it's Pacquiao, bro. Pacquiao probably beat him. Probably Maldonado wouldn't beat Pacquiao. So let's keep it real, man.
No, I don't think so. Especially with all them PEDs.
That's crazy.
Bro, there's a case, man. There's nothing to be said. There's a case.
That's true. You're right.
Yes. I heard Thomas Hill and what was the guy's name? The guy from England, the Frenchman. What's his name?
Pat Bandero.
Pat. Yeah, Pat Bandero. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, they talk about Jensen Saki and I'm doing PEDs and all this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want to hear the same thing about Pac-Man, bro. That guy was, his head. He went from Ampo, a kickboxer, his first, not even professional fight, and making Pacquiao look average to Pacquiao looking like.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good ass point, man. Okay, so first of all, I want to say this disclaimer. I don't think anybody is cheating until I see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't think it. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't think it, but I don't think it's enough for me to just think it. So like people saying that people that Reynoso associate with Reynoso or affiliate with Canelo or cheating, I'm not trying to hear that. But it is interesting, and I think you made a good point because, bro, he looked bad against Ampo. Now I will say this though.
He looked.
I will, in his defense, maybe this is what I'm gonna go with. Out of respect for Pacquiao, maybe it's the fact maybe he didn't take it seriously, like Tyson Fury claimed he didn't take it seriously against Ngannou. Maybe he didn't take it seriously. I will say that, and maybe he took Barrios seriously. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, but it looks bad. That's a good.
Let's say he didn't take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
The man couldn't even pick up a spoon.
That was a good.
Mariana.
Ugas. Right, come on, man. I get Ugas, bro. Ugas beat the hell out of him, man. Come on, man. And you see, and people say that I don't like Pacquiao. Y'all seen Pacquiao, eat his soup. Couldn't even feed himself. They over there singing Sweet Caroline. Him and his wife and their friend over there looking sad, feed him soup through a spoon. And you want that guy to fight again, and I'm the one that doesn't like him. That's crazy. Y'all don't like Pacquiao, bro. Y'all don't care about that, man. I actually care about him. I don't want him to fight, man. Not because he's not capable. It's because I don't want to see him get hurt. It's not worth it, bro.
Bro, and they're talking about a rematch. Come on, stop it. Barrios, Barrios is one of my favorite fighters still because, like it or hate it, his fights are entertaining. People were entertained with the Pac-Man fight.
Yep.
And there's been like that with Ugas. Ugas was a crazy fight, and Ugas don't got that free style either.
Mm-hmm.
But he makes it entertaining. That's why I like Barrios.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if I'm giving shit to Nick Ball, I gotta give shit to Mario Barrios, bro. But I know you got your ass beat by your relatives, by your in-laws, but man, you gotta do something. Show me something.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Like he hasn't fought a number one contender in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even in a minute since he had the title.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's
So if I'm gonna say Nick Ball, duck and smoke, and Mario Barrios duck and smoke too.
Yeah. I will say, shout out to, give me one quick second, Oscar. Shout out to my brother, George Last Patriots, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. George Last Patriot says, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Good or bad, he's a legend. Yeah, he's a wrestling legend, man.
Fuck that racist head, motherfucker.
Thank you, Oscar. But I will say this. You know me, I keep the same energy, man. Like, it's the same when people, I always say, there's nothing wrong, in my opinion. I'm not, hey, if you want to react like Oscar, I agree with that too. Because our life is a game that you play, and you should be judged by your actions. If you did good overall, then you should be judged like that. If you did bad overall, you should be judged as such. However, it's not my position to judge, so I don't think me saying rest in peace is a wrong thing. So yeah, rest in peace to him. But do I rock with him? Do I like him? No, I don't like Hulk Hogan because of stuff that he said towards people that look like me and others. You know what I'm saying? And some that don't look like me too. So no, I do not think he was a good person. But I have no problem saying rest in peace. I don't judge, man. I don't want nobody to judge me. So that's God's duty. You know what I'm saying? I believe in God. But do I like Hulk Hogan? Hell no. I'll tell you that straight up. I do not like him. But I can say rest in peace. I definitely don't like him though. It did not impact my day.
Yeah, in fact, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I read it. I was like, okay, and then moved on. I'm sorry. But yeah, he's definitely a great wrestler, though. Absolutely. But life is bigger than his job. Jeffrey said, why you guys talk about the Ample fight? The last fight is Barrios. But that's the point. He's saying how he looked different. I mean, you got to go off of his last fight before Barrios, right? So that's why I thought he wasn't going to do good, Jeffrey. You got to understand that, bro. I mean, I know that's your guy, but you got to look at it objectively, bro. So the last demonstration that we have of Pacquiao in the ring before Barrios was his exhibition against Ampo, who's a kickboxer. So that's why I thought he was gonna look bad. And he didn't. He looked much better. But then that's also why Oscar is saying it could be suspicious. And Peel said he ain't failed no test, right? Which is why I don't think
he voided the test,
but he did not take a test. Thank you. It's different if you say he didn't fail a test and he took a test. But you say he didn't fail a test, but it's because he didn't take a test, right? So we don't know if he would have failed it, or we don't know if he passed it either. You can say he didn't fail it, but we don't know if he passed it because he didn't take it. So, but
let me ask you something, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
When Barrios and Manny was supposed to fight, what rank did he hold?
5.
Okay, a week before the fight, that he had a rank.
Nope.
Can you tell me why?
Man, I hate to tell you why, but I can tell you why I think usually it's because they drop you out the rankings when you don't satisfy certain criteria, and some of that criteria is passing some tests. So they can remove you out the rankings.
And there were no tests. There were no tests being taken. So hey, they're like, hey, Pacquiao, you're great, but scoot your ass over. We don't want dirty fighters, bro. And if you're not willing to take it, I mean, it was one thing when Pacquiao was a man, you know. Then I could understand why. But now he holds as much weight as I don't know, as a worldly.
And it just looks suspicious. Like, I know people who love Pacquiao. I like Pacquiao too, but we're not gonna omit the facts for anybody. But that's just a fact. Now, could it be something else? It could be something else, but I don't know if it is something else, you know. And a great way to clear it up is if the WBC was more, not even just WBC, if boxing in general was more transparent. I'm gonna bring in Ty. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah.
What did you say?
And I know people are gonna say, well, he don't do Olympic testing because his religion. You tell me why. Like the last Olympics, he was trying to compete.
I don't want to hear that though. Like I said, shout out to Pacquiao, man. He did a great job, but I don't think there's anything wrong with people being suspicious, bro.
No, not even, dog.
He did. He did a great job for a 46-year-old. I would say he did much better than I thought.
Yeah, for a 46-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's like you going back to engineering, doing a simple formula and celebrating.
Right.
The people are like, yeah, we expect you to know that.
Right.
What Pacquiao did against Barrios, though it looks good for a 46-year-old, and that's the criteria people are going off, like, oh, Barrios is so young, Pacquiao's so old, so we got to give him extra credit. Okay, take away the age, they both look trash.
Right. That part. You don't get bonuses for handicapping yourself. I mean, he's an older fighter. That's his choice. It's like the same thing with Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. You can say what you want. I like Mike Tyson more than Jake Paul, but Jake Paul ain't lose. Come on, man. I'm not saying it'll say performance. I'm just saying that I'm not going to give Mike Tyson extra credit because he's 60 doing. Yeah, he looks good for a 60-year-old, but he didn't look good enough to win the fight.
Yep.
Ty in the building. What's good, brother?
No, eating this sushi, sipping my Propel.
Hey. He said Floyd could never.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir. Please.
First and foremost, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan.
Hey.
But I also would like to say, fuck that nigga Terry.
Is that his real name?
If you know, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that nigga Terry.
Hey, that's a good way. Yeah, that's a good way to put it because one's a character and one's the person. You're right. Separate the job from the man. You're right.
Fucking
yeah, that's how I feel too. Both. Hey, y'all funny, man.
It's funny they put like one picture of like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, what's his name, the Ultimate Warrior and all that. I was like, bro, they're all great wrestlers, but they're all racist as hell too. What the hell?
Really, all of them were Ultimate Warrior too? Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Wow, that doesn't surprise me. Wait, Macho Man too? He was on that picture.
Nah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, hold on, come on.
Nah.
I might be hurt with Randy Savage. That's my guy now.
I mean, how could he be racist when it sounds kind of funny, but the typical thing. I got a black friend.
Yeah.
But time he spent with The Rock's father, his family, and all that, the people he rolled with outside of wrestling,
Okay.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
So like some people think Rick is racist, and nah, he's far from it.
Who's Rick?
Yeah, Rick. Yeah, Rick's not racist at all.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, he had allegations too, bro. Who a wrestler doesn't have allegations, bro? What the hell?
JYD,
Mm-hmm.
Junkyard Dog.
Hey,
Edge.
I didn't know.
Edge is cool.
Edge, okay. Yeah, I've been hearing some crazy stuff about The Rock as well, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't really watch wrestling, so.
I know he up.
Jeffrey said the question is, can he still fight or not? He's more entertaining than a lot. No, that fight was not good, bro. You're infatuated with the name, bro. That fight was a bad performance by both fighters, man. It's just he looked better. So no, the question is, can he fight or not? No, I don't. You think he can fight? I mean, that's cool, bro. And who do you want? Okay, so who do you want him to fight next, Jeffrey? Let's play this game. So let's say Pacquiao. Let's play hypothetical. Let's say Pacquiao won, right? It beat Barrios. Now he's the WBC 147 champ. Who's next?
Ryan Norman. Oh, never mind. He's going to sleep.
Okay. You want to fight
Devin
Ryan
Haney.
Norman?
He looks like ass.
If it's not another champion, it will be Igis Kavalauskas,
Okay.
the African kid. I can't think who else is in mind.
You talking about wait, I'm trying to think. Oh, never mind. I don't know.
Like Sindho or something
You talking
like
about
that.
Suleiman Sissoko? He from France.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, little African boy.
He's from France.
France.
Yeah, but you know how the French
yeah.
people treat him.
Yeah. He definitely probably from like Ivory Coast or something. Corte d'Ivoire.
Martinique, Guadeloupe,
Or something.
some shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe fight maybe Rolly, I guess. Maybe Rolly.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, that'd be.
I got Rolly though.
But yeah, it'll be a good fight. What Rolly connect? Oh man.
People keep on saying that, but I heard Rolando Sr. say, "Don't fight that old ass man.
Come on, man.
That's like fighting me." He told that to his son's face.
Right. Come on, man.
I agree with it. Shout out to Ronaldo Sr. I agree with it 100%. Plus, Rolly is very, 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 like, you know, people don't take him serious enough. Like, he is a threat. Like, he only lost to punchers. Well, he only looked bad against punchers. He lost to one of them. Well, two of them. On Tank and Pitbull. But he looked bad against Barrosos. But they all can crack, you know. It's not like he lost to a bum.
Right.
Unless you think Pitbull's a bum, then I would say, like, the style match. The styles makes match. And maybe that's a bad matchup for him.
Yeah, he said Flatbush said Rolly, Jeffrey said Rolly. Yeah, I mean, okay. And if he beats Rolly, or if he loses Rolly, he gets knocked out, then what? So you said he's more entertaining. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. You just say, oh yeah, Rolly just beat an old man. That's what y'all gonna say. You're not gonna give the opponent credit, and you shouldn't.
You want to say Rolly robbed another old man?
Right.
Yeah. And you shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't.
Yeah. But you know what? It's kind of like I said, it's not Mike Tyson level because Mike Tyson was 58, right? Or 57, sorry.
Yeah.
When you fought. So, but at the same time, the fandom is very similar, bro. Because the same people thought that Mike Tyson was going to win because they're thinking it's 1980s, 1990 Iron Mike. No, bro, this man is 57 years old. His last fight, he retired on the stool in the 6th round against Kevin McBride.
Well, you had Chris O'Deary out there.
Come on, bro.
You had Chris O'Deary out there saying, well, once you fight Pacquiao, something completely different. Like, bro, you fought, like, Pacquiao was on whenever you fought him.
Come on, bro. And Pacquiao knocked him down like 18 times. Pacquiao rolled up Chris Andre, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to go watch that again. That shit is so funny, bro. I thought he was trolling, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I thought Chris Andre was bullshitting, bro. He was falling for every punch, bro. I know.
You can't say Pac without hearing that baba boom.
Baba boom, bro. That joke was so funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That had to be one of the favorites. That'd be one of my favorites. One of my favorite fights, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Pacquiao was knocking that dude all over the ring. You know what it reminded me of? I know y'all watch MMA or UFC in particular. When Cain Velasquez, was it Cain Velasquez or Cain Velasquez? Velasquez, yeah. Bro, when he was rolling up, gosh dang, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, dude, that one's a bad one too.
Bro,
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
That Brock Lesnar, bro, he looked like Chris Algieri, bro. That joke was so funny, man. He had a roller all over the ring. Oh man, that was too funny, dog. Yeah, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, man. If you want Manny Pacquiao to come back and fight these young guys, that's cool, man. But and if he gets hurt, well, then blame yourself too. You know, you can be mad at yourself. I want you to also start send him some money, send him some soup.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, start a GoFundMe, send him some soup, pay for his medical bills and all that stuff, man. Like this is boxing, bro. This is not like look at Deontay Wilder, how he looked when Zhang hit him. Like you're not supposed to look like that, bro. He did a freaking Booker T spinneroonie, bro. Like that's not supposed to happen, bro. That's not supposed to happen, bro.
He was like, ref, you're not supposed to hit me, ref.
And then you see, and then I'm gonna tell you about people like shout out to Jeffrey, you know, but people like Jeffrey and stuff where they like a boxer so much they overlook certain things. If I talk about it, then he gets knocked out, right? Then I'm gonna be the bad guy. So I'm gonna be the bad guy because I don't want him to fight anymore. But then if he gets freaking mollywopped, I'm also be the bad guy because I'm talking about it. I don't know, man. Y'all gotta realize some of these things, man. It's like you hear it as me saying I don't want Manny Pacquiao to come back because he's bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's his time has passed. Same. I don't want to see Floyd come back either. I don't want to see none of them, man. I don't want to see any of them come back, bro.
It will have to be like a younger, like Tyson Fury. I mean, he retired.
Tyson Fury about who? Sorry, say it again.
It'll have to be like a Tyson Fury situation where like he retired fairly recently.
Yeah. You just retired and like really you just taking a break to get you know, and
he looked good.
Right, and you look good.
Not as good as before, but he looked good.
Right. You look good, and then like you know what I'm saying. It's like AJ, like bro, don't get me wrong. AJ and Tyson Fury, they're not in as bad of a shape as Deontay Wilder. You see what I'm saying? Like so, it's like they can keep fighting because yes, like you said, they are on a decline, but it's not a drastic decline to where they can't still even become champions. As long as you remove Usyk, I believe AJ and Tyson Fury could become a champion again. If Usyk's out the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think every other fight with Caballero, Dubois, Bacol, even though Joshua lost to Dubois, what's his name? He lost to Dubois, but AJ hurt him in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So you could literally look at Fury and AJ and match them up with people and be like, okay, bet they could be even the top guy right now that we wanted to fight Usyk. AJ beat him, Joseph Parker. You can't say the same for Deontay Wilder.
Well, that's been older, right?
He doesn't.
I'm not going to exclude Wilder though. He's still active. Until that man hang up them gloves, go in there and get your ass knocked out.
Man, stop it, bro.
Maybe that'll knock some sense into you.
Stop it, bro.
Dog, wasn't that ordered though? Parker and Usyk.
Man, well, yeah, it was ordered, but and I mean, Ty makes a good point. Yeah, you in there? Hey, go get it. Go, hey, that's what you want. Go get it. But I don't want to see it. But yeah, Usyk was ordered to fight by the WBO and President, who was that? Gustavo Oliveira. However, whatever this means, take it how you want it. Turki Al-Sheikh and Salah have come on and said that's not the fight they want. So he said they said we don't care who ordered it. That's not next. Not on my bill. Not on my watch. So yeah. So and I like that, but I don't like it. On one hand, I like it because I don't want to see that fight anyway. But as much as I talk trash about Joseph Parker, I think that he has a very fraudulent three fight win streak. But he does deserve it. He's an interim champion. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? For the word, for the definition of the word, he does deserve an Usyk shot. But I would much rather Usyk and Caballero. But the other thing I don't like is the fact that people are acting like the fight can't happen unless Turkey does it. Like we can't do this, bro. Like we can't get into a position to where if Turkey doesn't want to fight, the fight doesn't happen. Like, that's scary, bro. Yeah. That's worse. That's not good.
That's worse than before.
Yeah. It's gonna be worse. Yeah, it's gonna be a monopoly. That's not good.
Because if it ain't Parker, then who? Don't tell me you gonna pay for another Fury fight. He lost 2-0.
He said he wanted Tama.
Yeah.
No. You remember he said Turk said he wanted Tama versus Usyk, bro. If he beat Dylan White.
Tama's crazy.
That's very crazy.
Next.
Hey, Todd, man. Turk said he do what he want, man. Moses
and Tama versus get into Usyk situation, crazy, bro. It's like, and then the fact of the matter is that anybody Usyk fights at this point going forward is a step down. Caballero is
Agreed.
not better than what AJ was when Usyk fought him. Parker's not better than what Fury was when Usyk fought him. And it's like, and nobody's not even at Dubois level when Usyk fought him. So it's like people rather than like, yeah, I agree with you. Like I don't like that people are saying like, oh, if Turk don't get involved, this can't happen.
Yeah.
I don't like it either. But at the same time, I see a lot of people say, well, he needs to fight Parker. If not, his legacy is not a true legacy. I'm like, what?
Yeah, bro. I saw somebody.
When does Parker became this superhero?
I don't know, bro. I don't shout out to Parker, but yeah, I don't know when this happened. I guess I was under a rock or something.
Looks like I'm your lawyer then.
He does deserve a shot. I do agree with that.
Yeah, he deserves it.
But for him to say Usyk is not a true champion unless he fights Parker, bro, beat everybody in England twice. One of them guys beat Parker.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it.
Yep. Hey, shout out to my guy George. The last page said, yes, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne as well. I already said rest in peace to him. I guess you missed the stream, but yeah, I said rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner as well, and rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne for sure. Thank you, George, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yep, and condolences more important, most importantly too, not more importantly, but also importantly, condolences to their family members, you know what I'm saying, their loved ones and their friends and all that good stuff and bonbons. Also to rest in peace to I can't remember her name, man. I don't really watch the show, but I recognize her face. She's from a cooking show, man. She just apparently she committed I don't think I can say that word, TOS, but she took her life.
It's a Rachel Grace.
Huh?
Expired.
Who?
No, I don't think I can say the S word on
Expired.
Expired. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I'm mentioning Turkey, but what y'all think about the amendment to the Ali Act?
Oh, I read that too. I like that. What do you like? You like it?
Fuck no.
Well, okay, so I like the intention of it. I don't know if it's gonna do good with the UBO and all that stuff. I like the not the it's like the revising, not the amendment from before because I was Dana White trying to make an amendment. This is like shit is called. I can't remember what it's called.
You might as well say it's an amendment. They revised a part, but they still added in the part about pay.
Yeah, that part.
I like the idea of allowing certain companies to move how they move, creating their own ranking systems.
Yeah.
But that pay scale thing, nah, we're not rocking with that.
I don't like the pay scale. Besides, the part that I like was the minimum. Like they making sure that you can't get this little. Like you got to get at least this. But I think it's going to make a payment structure like what you're talking about that I don't like either. But
that's
I think
less than the average that get that.
Say it again.
That's less than what those particular fighters would get.
I feel like that's good for like
the
for new upcomers.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. It's good for like the guys, like let's say those guys in the what it called. What's the shit that we watched?
The Grand Prix.
Thank you. Yeah, that part. The Revival Act. Yeah, the Congress Ali Revival Act. I'll be right back. You go put my ice cream in the freezer. I'll be right back. Y'all hold it down though, please.
But I don't know. I feel like
Mark
it's still
Spencer
that's still 50-50. I don't think it's bad, but I also don't think it's good. I think it's one of them things that we'll have to see how it plays out.
It only sound good if you're debuting.
Yeah.
After that, no.
Yeah, that sounds good for like I don't know. Tell me a name. Well, depends. It depends on your situation because there's some new guys that make more money than some active champions. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about like a couple million. Yeah, but 750,000. That's the cap for it.
Yeah, it's good for uppercomers. I'd say that. Like if they bring their own uppercomers, people that nobody knows, people that haven't been affiliated with anybody, and they can progress and make more. But then that also makes a structure where like the people that don't go on,
Ooh.
they're stuck on that payment.
Yeah, yeah, it's good and bad. I would agree with Ty. It might be more bad tuck under the guise of being good, you know. But I don't know.
I'd rather time than negotiate my contract or whatever. Don't send me the dame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they got the injury coverage and stuff like that too. I was reading about it, man. Like I said, I think it's some good stuff, but yeah, I mean, I think
There's some good things.
Yeah,
There's some things that could be improved upon,
right?
And there's some bad things too.
Yeah,
there's some bad things, but that they don't tell you about because it just comes with the contract, you know. Like they're not gonna tell you, but if you don't move on, you're gonna get stuck in this thing for however far you're signed into us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then also too,
They don't
it's
tell
just
you
like
that.
what it call is. Unfortunately, in this life, man, very few people do things out of altruism, man. They try to they have some personal gain, man. They don't usually do stuff just to be good. Unfortunately, yo, Oster in the building, what's good? But yeah, fellas.
Tell me, companies donating is not for a good reason.
I'm telling you, bro.
It just felt like a Trump move.
Some are,
you
but
offering things that other organizations already have in place.
right.
As far as like the health program and all that, PBC already has that.
Facts. Talk to
Matchroom
him.
via
Talk
his
to him.
own has that.
That's
Not too
probably
sure
why
about
PBC
how
is that.
Golden Boy, but PBC and Top Rank, they all have those things already in place for their fighters.
Golden Boy got stat programs, laser ray program. They got a Victoria's Secret endorsement, but not injured.
Yeah, but you know, and then but this one, they already have it, but a lot of that stuff is individually based too, you know, and I think that's what they're trying to make it seem like. Oh, we could, you know, we could just make this for whether it's male, female, minimum weight, heavyweight, popular, unpopular. I don't know, but I do agree with you though, Ty. So yeah. Manny versus Snicker Bar. That's crazy. Usyk needs to fight Parker or Caballero. I like the Caballero. I like the Caballero. I prefer Caballero. But yeah, I'll be cool with either one. I mean, I personally, I think Oscar said it. I think that there's really no, and a lot of people have been saying it too, you know. I don't think there's anywhere else for Usyk to go right now. Unless it's a money fight, and then that'll be Fury or AJ. And I'll be cool with that if that happens because Fury and AJ fought each other. He fought the winner. That's the only way I'd be cool with the trilogy. I still wouldn't be cool with it, but I'll be a little bit. That'll make me feel a little bit better about it. But if he just fights one of them just to fight one of them, man, go ahead and fight Parker, man, or Caballero.
Fight Dubois again.
Why not? Shit, everybody's getting a trilogy, man.
We got Serrano.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, fight Serrano.
Talking about Serrano, was Berlanga losing the way he lost the best thing that could have happened to her?
Why you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, cause
nobody talking about her.
Nobody talking about her loss. and Puerto Rican too, so you know they're both Puerto Rican, so you know, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, man. I mean, Serrano, bro. There's people out there think she won 3-0, man. So I don't know, man.
That's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy. The second fight wasn't the fact of the decision. It was the fact that nobody called the headbutts. That was the whole controversy. But there was no doubt. There was nothing. Nobody was complaining about the score. It was just that they didn't count the headbutts. They were like, oh, they would have counted the headbutts. It was kind of like the tank situation.
Yeah.
Like they would have counted the
headbutts for what?
Exactly. For what?
That's what I'm saying.
You can't really intervene when both fighters is initiating the contact.
Right.
They chose to fight on the inside. That's going to happen.
Come on.
You got an orthodox and a southpaw.
Talk to him. Yes, sir, man. But fellas, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. We'll go ahead and call it, bro.
Doc, before you go, one last question.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me why Batman beats Goku with enough time?
Bro, get out, bro. Get out, bro.
You don't think so?
Bro, stop it, bro. Stop it. This is why I'm getting off, bro. That's exactly why.
Bro,
that's crazy.
With enough time.
Oh, I hear that. Bro.
With
crazy,
enough
bro.
time.
With enough time, my ass. He got infinite time. He got the time stone, infinite time, Dormammu, everything that manipulates time in the galaxy. He's still not being Goku, bro. Stop it, bro. Ain't no prep time in the
He
world.
beat Darkseid, bro.
Bro, stop it, bro. Darkseid gets smacked by Goku. Goku beats the entire MCU, DEU, what's it, DC universe simultaneously, bro. Stop it, bro.
Stop it.
Bro, you right. Not go. Sorry, not go. Krillin. I don't even forget Goku. Krillin. Stop it, bro. Krillin Destructo diss their ass off, bro. Stop it, bro. What are we doing, man?
You're forgetting the important part, bro. With enough time.
Bro, stop it, bro.
Goku can be outsmarted. If we talking about an actual legitimate fight,
bro,
yeah.
Stop playing with
Goku wins. But you know, Batman, he don't play fair. He gonna take TC shop.
Oh my!
She gonna tell Goku there is no physical altercation.
Bro, stop it, man. Not you too, Ty. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Prep time.
Oh, this is our fact,
I hate that Batman prep time crap. That's the craziest stuff, man. But yeah, man.
All right, tell me one person he hasn't beaten with enough time.
Stop it, bro. I'm out, bro. He shouldn't be named. He's the only person. The author. The author is the only reason why he's able to make that stupid line claim. Enough prep time, bro. Stop
There's
it,
a
bro.
comic of him coming out. The comic book and being the author.
I'm out, fellas. God bless y'all, man.
All right, man. I'm going out.
I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Thank y'all, man. Shout out to my guy Ty, man. Bodega Ty. Shout out to my brother Oscar Perez, man. Those are my brothers right there, man. Always hold me down. Shout out to Kendrick in the building. I see you, bro. Oh man, appreciate y'all for. Oh, shout out to my brother Oster, man. Dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. He said, Doc, you sound tired. Nah, we not doing that tonight. Get your ass up, Mr. Moderator. Nah, I want to see Ty fight Farmer. I think we can get a dot. I think we get a win. Hey, bro, I am tired, bro. I am tired. Oh, shit. I am tired, bro. You know, I was out there doing the muscle ups. I was hitting the pistol squats, too, man. I'm about to upload those videos as well. I am tired, bro. We don't get tired, man. We just keep going, man. I'm just trying to, you know. You know what it is. Also, hey, I appreciate that video that you dropped in the recommendations, man. You know, I need to hear that, man. We all need to hear stuff like that. So I appreciate it, brother. You know what I'm saying? That recommendations video, that video that you dropped the recommendations hit hard, man. About to pull through it. Amen. You know, and I want to say too, you know, so sometimes we get disappointed, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was disappointing that we didn't get the interview guest, but it's all good though, man. We move on and we remain strong, you know, so we just wish them the best and stuff like that. You know, hey, nothing's gonna stop us from smiling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the late great Malcolm Jamal Warner. One of his last videos that he made before passing away said, every day find a reason to smile. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna let nobody not make me smile. You know, I work too gosh dang hard. You know, it is what it is. I am who I am. That's through the strength of God. So you just got to keep smiling, man. Find a reason to smile. Everybody has a reason to smile, you know. And I don't really watch the NFL. Y'all know that. I used to watch the NFL heavy. You know, I used to play football and stuff like that. Also, you know, of course, I box. So I just play a lot of sports. Ran track, played basketball. I just play a lot of sports. And I used to watch football until they blackballed Colin Kaepernick for standing up for social injustice, or kneeling for social injustice. I didn't like the way they treat him, so I stopped watching NFL. So that was a long time ago, so I stopped watching for a while. But I saw a video today that touched my heart, man. That was perfect timing too, man. I was supposed to see it. It was this guy. I don't watch the NFL, so you know I definitely don't watch college football. I don't really watch collegiate sports anyway. But I can't remember the young man's name, man. But he was a defensive captain for the LSU Tigers. LSU's Tigers, right? Yeah. Louisiana State Tigers. And he suffered an injury, man. He's wheelchair bound, man. Talks with a slur and all that stuff, man. A lot of people had him going, projected to go to the NFL and stuff like that. And the man still smiles, you know what I'm saying? I believe he was on the Pivot podcast. Is that the one with Ryan Clark and I can't remember the other guy's name. He used to play for the Heat. I mean, for the Dolphins, Channing something. And the other gentleman. But anyway, yeah, he was still smiling and stuff like that. So you can smile through that, man, which is a blessing. That he's alive and stuff like that. You just always have something to be grateful for, man. So I appreciate that video you dropped in the recommendations on the Discord, man. Amen. So always smile, bro. Every day, find something to smile about, man. Don't let nobody take your gosh dang your joy, man. You know, because God gave you that. That's our God-given right to have joy. So yes, sir. So let's get right, man. So I appreciate y'all rocking as always, man. For real, for real. Don't forget to smack that like button if you haven't done so already. And also go check out that video. And you know we will be back live tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Sorry. Not tomorrow. When is the next boxing fight? Saturday, right? We will be live for Claressa Shields versus Lani Daniels and Xander Zayas versus Jorge Garcia Perez. I think there's a fight on, there's a fight today. Manuel Flores is fighting Jorge Chavez. Hey, I'm gonna watch that. Not live though. And I might come on. I might get live tomorrow though, because I think this is gonna be a good fight, man. You know I rock with Elijah Pierce. He will be fighting. Wait, hold on. Wait, Ty, you going? You going to Atlanta, Ty? I forgot O'Shea Jones fights tomorrow. Yeah, she fights in Atlanta tomorrow. I forgot about that fight. We might go live for that. But are you traveling for that, Ty? Because I like Elijah Pierce. And I forgot O'Shea Jones is fighting. She's fighting, what's her name? Carranza. Something Carranza. I'll be looking forward to that fight. That's tomorrow. I might go live for that. No guarantee, but I might go live for that. But definitely I'll be live for Claressa Shields and Lani Daniels and Xander Zayas or Jorge Garcia Perez. And I might go live for Ryan Garner versus Reese Bellotti too. That's in England in the daytime. We'll see how it goes if I'm not busy. So yeah, but definitely see you on Saturday, good Lord willing. Yes, I'm out there now. Hey, my boy in the A right now. Ooh wee. Dang. Oh yeah, my boy out there, bro. Hey man, keep some ones in your pocket, bro. You feel me? Keep some ones in your pocket, man. And make sure you pay your parking meter, man. My boy gonna be in there throwing ones, fives, 20s, 10s, quarters. Don't be hitting nobody with a stack of quarters, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all rocking as always, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember. With God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Catch you on Saturday at the latest. Maybe tomorrow too. Good Lord willing. From the hood. This man Ty done messed up the whole thing. I read that and said, I read his comment and said, oh, he said I might be clapping somebody, baby mama, if I'm not in the members. Oh, Lord. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.